Have you ever woken up suddenly between 3 and 5 a.m. for no reason? You turn over in bed, check the time, and wonder, why am I awake? Is it stress, an overactive mind, or something more profound? What if I told you this moment holds a powerful secret? That waking up at this hour is not just random, but a rare opportunity, an invitation to unlock deeper awareness, transformation, and purpose. Stay with me, because today I will share 3 powerful things you must do when you wake up at this mysterious hour. These 3 actions can help you tap into higher wisdom, gain clarity, and even change your life. The world is silent, your mind is clear, and this is when your subconscious speaks the loudest. Instead of rushing back to sleep, take a deep breath and listen. Is there a thought, a message, or an idea trying to reach you? Ancient traditions say this is a sacred hour when the divine speaks the loudest. Use this moment for quiet meditation, prayer, or deep breathing. You may find guidance or answers you weren't even seeking. Keep a notebook beside your bed and jot down anything that comes to you. Ideas, emotions, dreams. You will be surprised at how many life-changing insights come when the world is still. The mysterious wake-up call between 3 and 5 a.m. is something many people experience, yet few truly understand its significance. You might have noticed this pattern in your life, waking up at the same early hour, feeling wide awake for no apparent reason. You check the time, sigh in frustration, and try to force yourself back to sleep. But what if this moment is more than just an inconvenience? What if this early awakening is not random at all, but a signal, one that is meant to grab your attention? Throughout history, different cultures and spiritual traditions have recognized the significance of the early morning hours. It is often referred to as the spiritual hour or the witching hour, a time when the veil between the physical and the spiritual world is the thinnest. Many believe that when you wake up at this time, it is not by chance. It is a call, an invitation to reflect, to listen, and to align yourself with something greater than the routine of daily life. Some people describe waking up at this hour with a sudden sense of clarity, as if their minds are more open and their thoughts are sharper. Others wake up feeling a deep sense of peace, while some may feel a strong emotion they can't quite explain. It is during this time that the subconscious mind speaks the loudest, offering insights that might be drowned out by the noise of the day. The body may be resting, but the soul is awake, nudging you to pay attention. Beyond the spiritual perspective, science also provides fascinating insights into why people wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. During this period, the body transitions through different sleep cycles. The early morning hours align with the time when stress hormones like cortisol begin to rise in preparation for waking up. If your mind is burdened with stress, unresolved emotions, or lingering thoughts, they may surface at this hour, disrupting your sleep. It is as if your body is giving you a moment to process what you have been ignoring throughout the day. Many people dismiss this wake-up call as nothing more than a bad night's sleep, but those who pay attention often find a deeper meaning behind it. Some of the greatest ideas, creative breakthroughs, and life-changing decisions come to people in these quiet hours. Writers, artists, and philosophers have spoken of the inspiration that strikes in the stillness of the early morning. Inventors have woken up with solutions to problems that seemed impossible the night before. It is as if the mind, unburdened by distractions, finally has the space to connect the dots. So, the next time you find yourself awake at this mysterious hour, don't ignore it. Instead of fighting it or reaching for your phone, take a moment to listen. Pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, and any messages that might be coming through, because sometimes when the world is silent and the night is still, that is when the most important voices speak the loudest. Waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is not just a random event. It holds deep spiritual and psychological significance. Many cultures, religions, and philosophies have long considered this time to be sacred, a moment when the connection between the physical and the spiritual world is at its strongest. In ancient traditions, monks, sages, and spiritual leaders often chose these early hours for prayer, meditation, and seeking divine wisdom. It is believed that during this time, the distractions of the world fade away, allowing for a clearer connection to higher consciousness, intuition, and inner truth. In many spiritual traditions, the early morning hours are referred to as the hour of the soul. It is believed that when a person wakes up at this time, it is not by accident, but a sign that the universe, God, or a higher power is trying to communicate something important. Some describe it as an inner calling, a pull towards self-discovery and deeper understanding. This is a time when your thoughts are raw, your emotions unfiltered, and your mind more receptive to messages that you might otherwise ignore during the chaos of the day. From a psychological perspective, waking up during these hours can also be linked to the subconscious mind processing unresolved emotions, stress, or hidden anxieties. According to traditional Chinese medicine, the body's energy, or qi, moves through different organs at different times of the night. Between 3 and 5 a.m., the energy is concentrated in the lungs, which are associated with emotions like sadness, grief, and letting go. If you frequently wake up at this time, it could be a signal that your mind and body are trying to release emotional burdens that you may not even be consciously aware of. Modern science also provides insights into why people wake up between 3 and 5 a.m. This period marks the transition between deep sleep and the lighter stages of sleep as the body prepares to wake up. If a person is under stress, dealing with anxiety, or experiencing inner conflicts, these thoughts and emotions can surface during this time, making it difficult to stay asleep. It is as if the mind is giving you an opportunity to reflect, to address what has been buried deep inside, and to seek clarity. Many people dismiss these early awakenings as mere sleep disturbances, but those who choose to pay attention often experience profound moments of self-realization. Some report having vivid dreams, sudden insights, or a strong urge to pray, meditate, or write down their thoughts. Others find that this time allows them to connect with their inner wisdom, leading to breakthroughs in personal and professional life. Instead of resisting or feeling frustrated when you wake up at this hour, consider embracing it as a powerful moment of connection. Whether you see it as a spiritual message, a psychological release, or a natural part of your body's rhythm, there is something meaningful about this time. It is an invitation to slow down, to listen, and to be fully present with yourself in a way that is often impossible during the rush of the day. The science behind waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is deeply connected to the body's natural rhythm, sleep cycles, and psychological state. While it may feel like an unusual or even supernatural experience, there are logical explanations for why this happens. Understanding the biological and neurological reasons behind early awakenings can help you make sense of these moments and even use them to your advantage. One of the primary reasons people wake up during this time is the body's sleep cycle. Sleep occurs in multiple stages, cycling between light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. In a typical night, these cycles repeat every 90 minutes. During the early hours of the morning, your body is transitioning from deep sleep to lighter sleep as it prepares to wake up naturally. This shift makes you more susceptible to waking up, especially if there are external disturbances like noise, temperature changes, or even minor discomfort. Another key factor is the body's internal clock, also known as the circadian rhythm. This natural cycle regulates sleep and wakefulness based on environmental cues such as light and darkness. Between 3 and 5 a.m., your body begins to release cortisol, the hormone responsible for wakefulness and alertness. This process helps prepare you for the day ahead. But if your stress levels are high or your sleep quality is poor, the increase in cortisol can cause you to wake up prematurely. Stress and anxiety play a major role in early morning awakenings. The brain processes emotions and unresolved thoughts during sleep, and if you are experiencing anxiety, stress, or suppressed emotions, they may surface at this time. The mind often replays problems, worries, or unfinished tasks, making it difficult to fall back asleep. This is why people who are going through stressful life events, such as job pressure, relationship conflicts, or personal struggles, often wake up during these early hours with racing thoughts. In traditional Chinese medicine, waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. is associated with the lungs, which are linked to emotions like sadness and grief. This perspective suggests that if you frequently wake up at this time, it could be an indication that your body and mind are trying to process deeper emotional issues. Whether or not you subscribe to this belief, there is no denying that emotional well-being has a direct impact on sleep quality. Diet and lifestyle habits also influence early awakenings. Consuming caffeine or alcohol before bed, eating heavy meals late at night, or using electronic devices that emit blue light can disrupt melatonin production, the hormone that regulates sleep. If your body struggles to maintain a stable sleep cycle, you are more likely to wake up during the lighter stages of sleep. Although waking up at this time can feel frustrating, it doesn't have to be a negative experience. Instead of resisting it, recognizing the underlying causes can help you make better choices for your health, well-being, and mental clarity. By improving sleep hygiene, managing stress, and being mindful of your emotions, you can create a more balanced sleep cycle and even transform these early awakenings into moments of reflection and insight. Waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. can be an unusual and sometimes frustrating experience, but what you do in that moment can make all the difference. Many people react the wrong way when they find themselves awake at this hour, unknowingly missing an opportunity for self-discovery, clarity, and even spiritual or mental growth. Instead of using this time wisely, they often engage in habits that disrupt their sleep further or leave them feeling more restless and anxious. Understanding what you shouldn't do during this time is just as important as knowing what you should. One of the most common mistakes people make when they wake up early is immediately reaching for their phone. In today's world, checking messages, scrolling through social media, or browsing the internet has become a reflex. However, exposing yourself to bright screens at this hour can disrupt your body's ability to fall back asleep. The blue light emitted from phones suppresses melatonin production, the hormone responsible for sleep, making it even harder to return to rest. Beyond that, the information overload from social media or emails can trigger stress, anxiety, or mental stimulation that prevents the mind from settling. Another harmful reaction is forcing yourself to sleep out of frustration. Many people, upon waking up in the early hours, repeatedly check the clock and stress over the lost sleep. They toss and turn, becoming more agitated with every passing minute. This anxiety about not sleeping can trigger an increase in cortisol levels, which only makes it harder to drift off. Ironically, the more pressure you put on yourself to sleep, the more awake you become. Instead of fighting it, accepting the wakefulness in a calm manner can help you return to sleep naturally. Some people make the mistake of getting out of bed and engaging in stimulating activities. While it's understandable to want to use this time productively, doing something physically or mentally demanding can send a signal to your body that it's time to start the day. Activities like turning on bright lights, engaging in intense exercise, or working on stressful tasks can disrupt your body's natural rhythm, making it more difficult to return to a restful state. Another overlooked mistake is ignoring the reason why you're awake. Often, waking up at this time is not just a random sleep disturbance, but a sign that your mind or body is trying to communicate something. It could be unresolved stress, an emotional burden, or even a moment of inspiration. Many people dismiss these wake-up calls and rush to go back to sleep, missing the chance to reflect, process their thoughts, or receive valuable insights. Neglecting your breathing and relaxation techniques can make returning to sleep more difficult. Many people allow their minds to race, focusing on worries or to-do lists instead of calming themselves. Simple relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, or silent prayer can help ease the transition back into sleep. By avoiding these common mistakes, you can transform these early wake-ups into a meaningful experience rather than a source of frustration. The key is to recognize this time as a potential moment for reflection, rather than seeing it as an inconvenience. Waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. may feel like an inconvenience, but it can actually be an opportunity for transformation if you know what to do. Instead of viewing it as a random sleep disturbance, embracing this moment with purpose can lead to clarity, peace, and even personal growth. There are 3 powerful actions you can take when you find yourself awake at this mysterious hour. Actions that can shift your perspective, calm your mind, and help you uncover deeper insights about yourself and your life. The first thing you should do is pause and reflect on your thoughts. Often, waking up at this time is a sign that your subconscious is trying to tell you something. Your mind may be processing emotions, stress, or even an important idea that hasn't surfaced during the busyness of the day. Instead of immediately trying to force yourself back to sleep, take a moment to listen. Ask yourself, what is on my mind right now? Is there something unresolved that I need to pay attention to? Many people experience sudden clarity or inspiration in the stillness of the early morning hours, and by being aware of your thoughts, you may uncover something valuable that you've been ignoring. The second action to take is engaging in silent meditation or prayer. This time of the morning has long been considered sacred in many cultures and spiritual traditions. It is believed to be the time when the world is quiet, distractions are few, and the connection between the mind and higher consciousness is strongest. Whether you are religious or not, taking a few moments to sit in silence, focus on your breathing, and clear your thoughts can have a profound effect. Meditation helps calm the nervous system, reduce stress, and bring a sense of peace. Prayer, for those who practice it, can be a powerful way to seek guidance, express gratitude, or find comfort. Instead of filling the silence with worry, use this time to center yourself and create a sense of stillness within. The third and final action is writing down whatever comes to your mind. Keeping a journal beside your bed and jotting down thoughts, emotions, dreams, or ideas can be incredibly beneficial. Sometimes, when you wake up at this hour, you may have an important realization, a creative idea, or an answer to a question that has been lingering in your mind. Writing these thoughts down ensures that you don't forget them and allows you to process them later. Journaling is also a great way to release emotions that might be preventing you from sleeping peacefully. By putting your thoughts on paper, you create space in your mind for rest and clarity. Instead of reacting with frustration when you wake up between 3 and 5 a.m., see it as an invitation, an opportunity to pause, reflect, and reconnect with yourself. By following these 3 actions, listening to your thoughts, engaging in meditation or prayer, and writing things down, you can transform these early awakenings into powerful moments of growth and insight. Rather than fighting against them, embrace them, and you may find that they hold the answers you've been searching for. Waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. can be frustrating if you don't understand its significance, but when you learn how to use this time for growth, it can become one of the most valuable moments of your day. Instead of fighting against it or seeing it as a sleep disturbance, embracing this time as an opportunity for self-reflection, mental clarity, and emotional healing can lead to profound personal transformation. The way you respond to waking up at this hour determines whether it becomes a moment of frustration or a chance to reconnect with yourself on a deeper level. One of the most effective ways to use this time is for self-reflection. The stillness of the early morning hours provides a rare moment of peace, free from the distractions of daily life. Your mind is not yet filled with emails, responsibilities, or social interactions, allowing you to think more clearly. Take this time to reflect on your life, your goals, and your emotions. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Is there something in my life that needs my attention? These quiet moments can bring clarity to problems you've been struggling with or reveal thoughts and emotions that have been buried beneath the noise of the day. Another powerful way to use this time is for creative thinking. Many great writers, artists, and thinkers have spoken about how their best ideas come in the early hours of the morning when their minds are free from distractions. If you wake up feeling inspired, don't ignore it. Grab a notebook and jot down any thoughts, ideas, or insights that come to you. Creativity often flows more easily when the mind is relaxed and unburdened by the pressures of the day. By allowing yourself to explore these thoughts, you might discover new solutions, creative projects, or personal revelations that can positively impact your life. This time can also be used for spiritual or emotional growth, whether through prayer, meditation, or simply sitting in silence. The early morning hours offer a unique opportunity to connect with something greater than yourself. Many spiritual traditions believe that this is the time when divine messages are received most clearly. Even if you are not religious, simply taking a moment to focus on gratitude, mindfulness, or inner peace can help you start the day with a sense of balance and purpose. Practicing deep breathing or guided meditation can calm the nervous system, reduce stress, and promote a sense of well-being. Using this time for personal intention setting can be incredibly powerful. Instead of rushing back to sleep or letting your thoughts wander aimlessly, take a few minutes to set an intention for the day ahead. What do you want to focus on? What energy do you want to bring into your life? Setting a clear intention in the early morning can help shape your mindset and actions throughout the day. By embracing this time instead of resisting it, you can transform an inconvenient wake-up into a powerful moment of clarity, creativity, and personal growth. Instead of seeing it as a disruption, see it as an invitation. An opportunity to align yourself with your highest potential. From today onward, if you find yourself waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., don't ignore it. Don't scroll your phone. Don't try to fight it. Instead, embrace it. Reflect, pray, and write. Because sometimes the universe isn't disturbing your sleep, it's waking you up for a reason.